It is a new year, and therefore it's a new me. Okay, I'm trying something different now, obviously. And that's because I've noticed the low view count that I've had in my other videos. The first video I've posted having 3 views. I'm pretty sure I know who those 3 viewers are. Hi friends. Honestly, my short did semi okay with like 1.3k views last time I saw it, but I digress. Anyways, a few things to address. For the audio issues that happened in my last videos, that was because of the mic that I was using at the time, and I am now experimenting with a new mic. This is technically the third option I went through. No, fourth. Okay, let me just run through like the amount of different setups that I went through to like even get here, all right? My first initial setup was me using 2 different like headsets. One would be like my audio where I would like hear things, right? The other one would be my mic. And let me tell you, you do not want to hear how bad that mic quality was. You have no idea how bad it was. It is terrible. It is so bad. My friends laughed at hearing like the quality of it. Anyways, my second setup was me borrowing my manager's mic, which had its pros and cons to it. As you can see, I was a lot more clear in my video, but I also realized this while editing my own video. Oh, why does it sound like I'm taking this from like different audio takes? Why does the quality jump everywhere? So clearly that wouldn't work either. The other option I had was borrowing my brother's headset, which was a little bit better, except there was a constant buzzing that I couldn't get rid of. I am now borrowing my brother's mic that he has, which so far seems like the best option. And let me tell you, when I was recording for like this audio, this is now my second recording because the first one was done with my brother's headset, not mic. So I'm still learning about all of this, okay? Let's normalize mistakes. I'm going to normalize my mistakes. This entire thing is just a whole learning process to me, okay? Now, the main topic I actually wanted to get to, my friends who have seen my video, and to my brother who has also seen my video, they all had one consistent thing of what I should do, or how should I improve it. I need to be more expressive. Now, I don't know if you could tell with my voice and how it is the way it is. I'm quite monotone. Yeah, I didn't know I was monotone until, like, I think it was actually Cloud who pointed it out to me first, being like, Salty, why are you so monotone? And then my whole world kind of shook a little bit, just being like, wait, I'm I'm monotone? Like, really? I didn't know I was monotone, alright? So, if my tone is giving off the wrong expression or feeling, right? It's not conveying quite right. Apologies, but also I sort of can't change that about myself. I think the whole reason why I'm even monotone in the first place is because my family is monotone. After realizing I'm monotone, I realized the people around me are also monotone. I'm pretty sure my mom's monotone, my brother is also monotone, and like, when your environment is sort of like the way it is, it has some way of affecting you no matter what. That's why family members tend to like, sort of like influence each other, right? Because that's like the people you see the most. So I never knew I was monotone because my family is monotone. Yeah, regarding my monotoneness, this has raised some issues and misunderstandings for me. It's all about the tone and how it's like conveyed in my voice. People often, or not often, they sometimes misunderstand how I'm feeling. There was one time I remember telling a friend something and I was in disbelief and shock, and they mistook it as me being excited. There's also a time where I was like talking while I was like mid yawn or something like that, and someone had thought I was about to cry. I sounded like I was about to cry, and then I had to be like, no, I was just yawning. I'm fine, I swear. So, yeah, there has been a few misconceptions because of my voice. I can't control that. And so, when recording for these videos, it's a little bit difficult for me because, well, when I was recording by myself, I'm by myself. The way I talk to other people versus when I like talk to new people, it's vastly different. I don't want it to be different, but it is. I feel like this has to do with the way how I'm like really introverted and shy. And so, because of this, when I meet people for the first time, I tend to speak in a higher tone and pitch to seem more friendly in a way. But, like, if I'm around with one of my friends, I notice that my tone tends to go deeper. So, when recording by myself, I'm just by myself. I'm not sure how to, like, I guess, express myself. I've tried a couple of different ways on how to, like, make myself seem more loud and expressive. I've tried to, like, set up a little peanut gallery of, like, my plushies and talk to them as if they were, like, people. I was a little bit louder, but not too much. There was one time I tried record myself telling my friends a story where they were in a call and, like, you wouldn't be able to hear them, but you would hear me at least, which sort of worked, except there would be a lot of cutting out I would need to do and maybe some bleeps here and there. And also the awkward pausing in between. I don't know. It seemed all over the place. Then again, that's also done with like my manager's mic, so I think the quality is also bouncing around too. I think the way I'm like recording now is like I'm kind of imagining as if I'm like a radio host or like I have my own podcast. I think that's what's been helping me the most. Like I'm visualizing like this is a podcast of some sorts. I don't know. I'll work on being more expressive and trying out different voices so that you guys can distinguish who's talking better. But for now, you're just gonna have to deal with how my first few videos are just kind of bad. It's okay. Again, it's all the learning process. Let's normalize mistakes. Nothing needs to be perfect, right? Right?